Hello friends, in this video let's quickly talk about how to implement automated backups cleanup in SQL Server. We will be taking help of maintenance plans concept to perform this activity. If you see in the previous videos, we talked about how to implement automated backups option by using maintenance plans, but here we need to clean actually. So if you start taking the backups, so the size of the folder might go one time, it might go little higher size than expected. Let us say, so I have I have one database in a server, so I'm taking a backup today, backup tomorrow, backup next day, backup, like that. So one fine day I might be having full of backups. Okay, so assume it. So this the size of the backup is 1 GB. So this is 1 1 1 1 1 like this. So after like 1 year or after 1 month or after 1 week, so the size of the entire backups folder might reaches you the maximum size of the drive. So if you do not delete the old backups, you may not be able to take a new backups. So that is also very important for a SQL developers or SQL DBAs in the real-time production servers. So you need to effectively implement automated backups cleanup as well. So how do you implement, we'll talk about, but you need to discuss with the appropriate people and you need to keep it. How many days of backup you need to maintain in the folder. So it purely depends on the size of the backup. It purely depends on the capacity of the drive. So let us say if the capacity of the drive is 1 TB. Okay. So if your database size is around some 300 GB backup size. So if you really count it, you cannot take more than 3 days. So this is the day 1. So this is 1 day. So 2 day 300 GB. So third day also 300 GB. So after that you cannot take 4th day backup, because it's crossing the folder capacity. So that time you need to implement a backup cleanup as well. So in this scenario, so you may need to save only 2 days backup at any point of time. So 2 days means 300 plus 300, 600, you will be having 400 GB of space so that you can take a third day. Okay. So if you're taking third day means you should remove the last day of a backup, like that. So based on the capacity of the drive, based on the size of the database, you need to take a decision. Okay, so let's quickly talk about how to implement in the server. So I have a SQL Server 2016 installed on my laptop to show you the examples. So I created some dummy backups folder. So here my database size is very less, so I can run for at least some 100 days, but still I am going to implement a cleanup task for 3 to 4 days to show you the example. Okay, so let me quickly go to the SQL Server Management Studio. The prerequisite to work with the maintenance plans is SQL Server agent should be in running mode. So if your agent is not running, you cannot create a maintenance plan. So where can I see the maintenance plans? Maintenance plans you can see under management. Just expand this. So you have a maintenance plans. Under that, by default it's empty. So you can quickly click on plus so that you can see. Let's right click on it, click on new maintenance plan. So once you click on new maintenance plan, it asks for the name of the plan. So I am going to make it as a DB backup plan or DB back plan, whatever it is, whatever the name I want. Suitable name I need to choose. That's it. Okay. So once you click on OK, you get this window. It looks like a very easy and self-explanatory window. So where you can see the subplan 1. Description is this one, and at what time you want to run this activity, you need to set the schedule and on which account you need to run. By default it comes as a service account. You can change the account later, it's up to us. Now first I need to take a backup, then I need to go for a cleanup. Let's quickly drag and drop the backup task. I'm not going to talk much on the backup task now since we already covered the previous. Let's double click on it, drag and drop, double click on it. So what all the databases you want to take a backup. So it's up to you. All databases, all system databases, or all user databases, or you want to keep any specific databases. Okay, but I I prefer to keep all the databases. Why? Because today you might be having 19 databases. If you see in my server, I have 19 databases inclusive of system databases. Tomorrow, like one database, new database might come into the picture. So that time I need to add that also into the backup. So if I specify only this database here, that new database won't come. Again, the person has to come and here and you need to select it. So let's not do that activity. So better to keep all the databases, since you know what are all the databases are there in the production server. And one more option is ignore databases where the state is not online. Yes. So there are cases where some of the databases might not be online. It might be intentional. It might be unintentional, but just select this, otherwise your backup plan might fail. So click on OK. And where do you want to keep the backup? I want to keep it on disk. So you want to keep it on tape or somewhere, you can select it. It's up to us. Now let's click on go to the destination. So here, so let's select this option, create a backup file for every database. And where do you want to keep? So by default it shows the program files, but I don't want to do that. I want to put it in a specific folder. As a part of best practice, let's do not use program files. Give us some specific path. Okay. And what is the extension .back? And do you want to create a subdirectory for each database? Of course, yes, for easy maintenance. And that's it in the destination section. And go to options. So here backup set will expire. So I want to run forever this one. Let's do not touch anything here. Okay. So you have a verify backup integrity. You can select this option. If you select this option, it checks like either backup is correctly configured or not, correctly taken or not. But the entire task will take a lot of time. So let's uncheck that. So click on OK. You want to see the code, you can see, click on view TSQL, which we missed it. So now the backups will be running, but next I'll add a cleanup task as well, maintenance cleanup task. Okay. So as of now, there are two independent tasks, but you need to make it as a dependency. First, let's create a backups happen, then let's do the maintenance. Okay. So now let's double click on maintenance cleanup task. Here you need to specify delete the files of the following type: backup files only, and maintenance plan text reports or something not like that, only backup files. Set the folder and delete the files based on extension. So my files in this folder. And what is the extension? Back. So do you want to use subfolders? Yes, of course you need to use, because I specified there each folder will be having a separate folder. So delete files based on the age of the file task at runtime. So how many hours or how many days you want? So I want to keep it as 1 day or some days. How many hours or days or years or months? So I can put it as a days. It means, so whenever I go for tomorrow, these backups will be deleted and I'll get fresh backups every time. So is the old file will be override with a new name? No, it creates a unique name every time. I'll show you that. Okay, for time being, I'm going to keep 1 day. But even though if I keep 1 hour also, I may not be able to show you in this video, because we cannot wait till 1 hour. Okay, so let's click on 1 day or something like that. So whatever currently I'm using some GUI, graphical user interface, to create this. If you want to see the SQL code background which is helping us to do, you can click on TSQL. But I don't want to see it now. Let's click on OK. So once you click on OK, you will be having like this. First backup task will be performed, then later maintenance task will be performed. So if you want to do the first maintenance, then you can put it as a first this and second this. It's up to you. Okay. So once you are done, so now you need to specify at what time you want to run. Let's click on the schedule. So I want to run every day. So at what time? 6 a.m. or 4 a.m. in the early hours. So by the time people start using this application, database backup will be ready. Okay, everything will be ready. Now let's click on OK. Yeah, let's click on save. That's it. So as I mentioned, it internally creates a SSIS package. Let's close this and go to here, job activity monitor. It internally creates a job and SSIS package. So here you can see it, DB back plan. Under that, can I see is it SSIS package or not? Currently, it did not run if you see. Okay, next run is scheduled on 4 a.m. tomorrow. Let's right click on it, go to properties. I'll show you that. So it is running all normal options. Go to steps here. You can see here. Okay. The type is SQL Server Integration Services Package. Since you do not, even though you do not know SSIS, still you created a package. Okay. So that is the advantage of GUI, graphical user interface. Okay. But you do not need to know SSIS in detail. Okay. So schedules also you can see at what time it should run every day at 4 a.m. That's it. So click on OK. So do I need to wait to test this backup plan and cleanup plan? So I'll just manage it. I can run manually. So can I run manually? Of course, yes. Right click on it, click on start job at step. Okay, so if you go to this folder, so currently it's empty. If you wait for a moment, it creates a database with a specific folders. Under that, if you go to the each and every folder, you can see the database. Currently it's still running. It takes a while to create. It purely depends on the size of the database. If the database size is very less, it works very faster. Otherwise, it wait for some time. It takes some time. Okay, so now all you see still running. Okay, so let it run. All 16-17 files will be created here. So after that, maintenance plan task will run. But unfortunately, maintenance plans won't work today. Why? Because I'm just initiating today itself, now only. Okay, so when it run for tomorrow, it creates this file and it generate it's simply finished. It generates a new files. Now, so one file has been deleted. One file has been created here. So if I run second time, so do I get a separate new file, or does it override? It doesn't override. Why? Because it create every time fresh name. I'll show you. So let's wait for a moment to create. Yeah, if you see here, so I just ran second time, it created a new file. If you see unique name, you will get for every time. So there is no possibility of overriding the previous backup. Okay, so then how to remove the backups? You have a cleanup task at the end. So that cleanup task will remove automatically from this folder. So whenever the schedule comes tomorrow, it removes the files from here. So this is how we schedule auto removal. Let me click open again here. Let me refresh here. Yeah, if you see it, currently maintenance cleanup is not working because of I need to wait for one day, then only it works. Okay, this is finished. Okay, so this is how we do automate the backups cleanup task in SQL Server maintenance windows. So that's all about it. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate. You can drop your question in the comment section. I'll try to answer as soon as possible. Also follow me on Facebook. Thank you for watching.